Good evening, Lacrosse fans, and welcome to Maple Grove Senior High School Stadium. Tonight's contest is between the Breck Lacrosse Club and the Maple Grove Crimson. Starting tonight for Breck at attack, we have number 2, Ryan Addy. We have number 5, Henry Kurtzman. And then we have number 25, Wesley Robbins. At midfield, we have number 6, Nick Downing. Number 8, Oliver Swanson. And number 9, James Bim. On defense, we have number 16, Alex Grant. Number 23, Theo Artemayo. And at keeper, we have number 1, Asher Korndorf. Breck is led by head coach Mike Bearfield. And now starting for your Maple Grove Crimson. Woo! At attack, we have number 3, Eli Varian. Number 20, Ricky Peterson. And at LSM, we have number 26, Emerson Knudsen. At midi, we have Ryan Kasbaum. And number 32 as your face-off at midi, Chase Kudla for 32. On defense, number 1, Charlie Parker. Number 5, Ethan Berry. And number 46, Brady Bodner. At goalkeeper, for tonight we have number 6, Carson Knudsen. And Maple Grove is led by head coach Jake Wilson. Please stand as you're able. Face the north end of the stadium and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Now let's play lacrosse.
All right, lacrosse fans, welcome to Maple Grove High School Stadium for tonight's Section 5A quarterfinal matchup between your Maple Grove Crimson and the Breck Mustangs. Crimson are coming in off the heels of a tough loss to conference rival Blaine and hope to get back on track tonight, which is most likely the final home game of the season for your 2025 Crimson lacrosse team. Now, stranger things have happened as 1 and 8 seeds play tomorrow night, so there's a chance that if a lower seed upsets the top seed tomorrow night, the Crimson may be back here, but that doesn't matter at this time because all the Crimson need to focus on is what they can control tonight, and that is getting the victory and advancing to the semifinal game. Players are heading out to the field to check in with the referees, and I remiss to introduce myself. It's Spencer Bakke with you on the call tonight, one half of the dynamic broadcast duo from JP Showcase. My broadcast partner, Nate Leeser, can't make it tonight, but he may be tuning in from Dublin, Ireland. So, well wishes, Nate. I hope you're having a great time. Miss you in the booth here, buddy, but I'll do the best I can to hold the fort down and send off this 2025 Crimson lacrosse team best we can. So, again, the players are getting instructions from the referees. Again, this is your 4th seed Crimson versus 5th seed Breck. So as far as seeding goes, these are two closely matched teams. Crimson are dealing with a couple of injuries to senior leaders on the team. I should say a senior leader in Jackson Stolzenberg and a starting midfielder, Josh Thompson. So obviously that hurts the Crimson having some key players out for this game, but they've got plenty of depth and just need to take it one face-off at a time here and take care of the Mustangs and advance to the next round. All right, here we go. Nice face-off win for the Crimson. Flipped it back to Emerson Knutson, who relays it into Eli Varian. Crimson will set up on offense. Grant Jensen works it behind the net over to Ricky Peterson. Got a full change of offensive midfielders on the field now for your Crimson. Ryan Smith with the ball. Starts the dodge from the top. Pulls it back out. Moves it over to Brady Barthel. Kicks it over to Jensen. Jensen drives, shoots, and scores! Nice play and a quick start for the Crimson. Got the ball down low to Jensen. Did a nice crossover step on the defender, got around him, and then kept driving to the net. Put it high above the Breck goaltender for your first goal of the game. So the Crimson are off to a 1-0 lead here. Quickly into the first quarter. Great start. It's what we need for some momentum here to get ahead early against this team and hopefully send them home and on summer vacation sooner than later. Battle for this face-off. Nice job there by Ryan Kasbaum. Scooping up that ground ball. Consecutive face-offs won by the Crimson. I know that's been a tough area for them this year, but what a great start for tonight's game. So Crimson back on offense. His pass fell a little short there to Barthel. Scoops it up. So no worries there. Kicks it over to Will Burgess. Over to Eli Varian. Back down to Jensen. Over to Peterson. Good ball movement. Some very intentional quick passing tonight. Can tell Breck is not able to get set up on defense as the ball is moving quickly around. Here we go, Burgess. Back over to that was Blake Cherney. Peterson drives, shoots. Nice save by the Breck goaltender. Again, this could be some Maple Grove Seniors' last home game. Love to see those boys go out on top here tonight. Worked hard many years in this program. Nice stick check by Knutson. He's one of the aforementioned seniors looking to have a big game tonight and move this Crimson team forward. Peterson with the ball, directing traffic. He's going to take it back behind the net. Move it over to Eli Varian. Kick it over to Beck Cherney, sorry. I think I called him Blake earlier. Those Cherney brothers all season long. Giving this broadcaster some struggles. Here we go. Quick dodge up top. Barthel moves, shoots, just wide. But the Crimson are closest to the end line, so they're going to maintain possession. Jensen scoops it up. He's going to inbound the ball here for the Crimson. Setting up a dodge there. Jensen over to Burgess. Over to Cherney. Back down to Varian. Jensen. Little swim move there. Now he reverses again. He steps, shoots, and scores. Nice little 5-hole shot there by Grant Jensen. Tough bouncer. 2 shots, 2 goals for Grant Jensen in the start of tonight's game. Great to get some offense from our attackmen. Those are the guys that should be putting up those goals. So great start for the Crimson. Quick 2-0 lead. 8 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Chase Cutler battling for it. The ball's still loose. Good battle, scooped up by Casbom, but the ball's down. There's a scrum. Still fighting for possession and picked up by Eli Varian, so nice job by the Crimson. That's definitely face-off by committee, and that's really what you need. Everybody has a role and a player to tie up and try to get in the best body position to make that scoop, and that's exactly what happened. Ball came out. Eli was there, and Crimson are back on offense again, so great start to this game. Possession is so critical in lacrosse, and right now Crimson are dominating in that category. Cherney steps, shoots, and scores. Wow. I love it. The Crimson are hitting the net tonight. Those tough bouncers that every goaltender will tell you are difficult to predict. We've got some precipitation on the turf. Who knows how that ball is going to react when it may normally bounce a different way. So, fantastic offensive start. Not going to do any broadcaster's jinx here, so I'm just going to keep quiet on what I was about to say, and we're just going to root here for another face-off win. Chase leans into the face-off dot. Scoops the ball back. Nice job by Emerson Knutson. Knew his role, sprinted to the position, and was right there when the ball came out. Scooped it up. That's 4 for 4 here. Great start for the Crimson with a 3-0 lead. 7 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Excellent start for the Crimson boys tonight. Burgess over to Smith. Down to Varian. Back over to Jensen. Back up top to Smith. Burgess on the drive. Kicks it back over to Jensen. Oh, good play. Good try. Scooped up by Mustangs. Headed downfield for their first offensive possession of the game. Wild shot there by the deep hole. Oh, boy. From this vantage point, it looked like Emerson Knutson beat to the end line, but must not have had as good a look as the referee there on the field. So Breck maintains possession. They're going to set up for their first time on offense tonight's game with 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go. So great start by the Crimson. Now they're going to be tested for the first time on the defensive end. Right now it looks like a little confusion by the Mustangs. A lot of hand waving, but not much movement, so looks like the Crimson defense has got them fooled at the moment. We're going to start a high dodge, fakes pass. Players guarded by Emerson Knutson. There we go. strips the ball. Nice stick check. Wow, nice pass. Over the middle. Varian over to Jensen. Jensen shoots and scores. Excellent play. Great defensive play by Emerson Knutson to knock that ball loose, scoop it up. I think he hit Ryan Smith in stride at midfield. Smith with a head of steam. Makes a nice pass to Varian, who draws the defender to him, kicks it over to Jensen. When you get those opportunities as attack, you've got to bury him, and that's exactly what he did. So, hat trick for Grant Jensen to start this game, 4-0 Crimson. Let's keep the positive momentum going. Here's another face-off ball down. Looks like we're going to get it. Yeah, Chase comes up with it.
Nice face-off win for number 32, freshman Chase Kudla.
All right. Inbounds the ball down to Jensen. We're going to get our Cherney brothers on the field for offense. Got Jensen, Varian, and Peterson out there. Looks like we've got Maxwell Kiefer coming on the field, number 52. Great to see some additional players get some looks here in these section games. Nice pass. Oh, bobbled there for a second, but nice recovery by Cherney. That'd be Blake Cherney. Back down to Peterson. Starts the dodge. Kicks it over to Jensen. Shoots. Looks like the Breck goalie may got a piece of that, or it just went wide. But Eli Varian was back at the end line, so Crimson will maintain possession. Varian over to Jensen. Up top to Kiefer. Over to Cherney. Back down to Varian, over to Jensen. Jensen to Cherney. Back Cherney, back to Jensen. Shoots. Oh, defender got a piece of that one. That's going to leave a mark. Kind of flung the ball up to 40-yard line. Kiefer was there to recover. Nice job. Cherney back with the ball. The Crimson are really pushing the pace today. They're not letting Breck have any moments off. They're having to work real hard on the defensive end, and that's going to pay big dividends the longer this game goes on, as those defenders are going to get gassed. Comes Cherney. Starts his dodge, pulls it up, passes it over to his brother, slings it over to Ricky Peterson, shoots. Nice save there by the Breck goaltender. Peterson on the right. Oh, okay. Beats him to the midline, and Breck will go back on offense as the offensive and defensive players switch off the field. Breck's going to slow things down for a minute. Get their personnel that they want out there on offense for this possession set up. So the Mustangs with their second offensive series. No shots on goal yet this game, one attempt. Mustangs work it around on the perimeter. Good positional defense by your Crimson. Now there's a dodge. Barry defending shot. Wide, or Carson got a piece of that one. Breck with it again. Starts the dodge from Max. Tries to inbound the ball to the crease. Couldn't connect. Ball's loose. Cherney with the scoop over to Barry. Barry's going to trot upfield. Now he's going to pull it back and assess. Find his help. And he finds Brady Barthel, but oh, bouncer off the turf. Hard to handle and deflects out of bounds. Last touch by the Crimson, so Breck ball. Breck will go back on offense. Got number 12, Aaron Weiss for your Mustangs. Moved it over to number 9, James Bean. Weiss starts the dodge up top. Little speed, cuts to the middle, looking for somebody. Nice job by Barry there to knock that pass down and intercept it. He's going for the scoop now with a Breck Mustang in pursuit. Ball's flung up in the air, still up in the air. Brady Bodner fighting for it. Brady Barthel gets it. He's able to get it back to Carson Knutson. Gets it over to Ethan Berry. There we go, moves it up to Brady Bodner, and Crimson get past midfield. We'll go back on offense. So nice defensive stand there for the Crimson. The first time they were tested for multiple shots in any possession, and they passed the test. Crimson back on offense. Eli Varian. Back over to Grant Jensen. Moves it over to Ricky Peterson. Up to Burgess. Back to Barthel. He's going to start a dodge from up top. Switches lefty, swim move. A little shake and bake. Gets a shot off. Nice save. Good shot. Another shot on net for the Crimson. I don't know if that's something Coach Wilson's been working on, but their accuracy is vastly improved here from a few weeks ago. All right, Breck. He's going to take it back behind the net. He's going to come around, shoot. Oh, ball gets deflected. Carson Knutson's there to whoop it up. He's going to move it over to Ethan Berry. Up to Emerson Knutson. It's Ryan Smith. Very efficient clear there from the Crimson. Move the ball well. Over to Varian. Back to Ricky Peterson. Over to Jensen. Again, we have Max Kiefer in at midi. Ryan Smith. Nice little move. Quick pass. Couldn't quite handle it there. Short passes can be tough. That one deflects out of bounds. Last touch by the Crimson. So here comes Breck. Going to try to get it past midfield. Good defense from the Crimson. Well, good clear, though, by the Breck Mustang player. Uh-oh. Looks like the parents caught that one. Offsides on the Mustang. So the refs, with the assist of the Crimson parents, get the call right. So turnover on the Mustangs there. Crimson ball. Carson Knutson will let the clock run out. And that's the end of the first quarter. Crimson 4. Breck Mustang 0. And a very dominant quarter there by the Crimson, who basically led in all offensive categories, possession categories, and pitched that shutout on defense. So excellent job. All right, this is the hometown broadcast, so we're happy to see the Crimson boys doing so well here to start this game. Again, if the boys advance tonight, they'll be taking on the winner of the #1 seed Wayzata Trojans. And I believe the play-in game was won by Blake. So Blake versus Wayzata, that winner will face the winner of tonight's matchup at an undetermined date and time, because we need to know who's going to advance before we can set those games and locations. And again, what matters tonight is this game right here, right now. So excellent start for the Crimson. Efficient ball movement. Really good positional play on defense. And again, what's very noticeable is the shot selection and the shot accuracy. Doing a great job making the goalie make the save. And tonight, Breck goaltender hadn't been able to do that on 4 occasions. So hopefully that momentum can carry over here into the second quarter, and we can get the Mustangs thinking about getting out those golf clubs.
Goal scores in the first quarter, number 3 for number 22 Grant Jensen and 1 for number 25 Jimmy.
All right, here we go. Kudla on the face-off. Wins the ball back. Emerson Knutson, scooped up by a Breck player there. Kudla had it back for a second. Ball is loose. Now scooped up by the Mustangs, who have a little bit of a fast break here. Wow, low shot, but a great save by Carson Knutson, who had to go down and kick save, old-fashioned hockey goaltender style, to prevent that one from going in. So a little unsettled play there. Got a scoring opportunity for the Mustangs, but Knutson was there to shut the door. Keep that score column blank for the Mustangs. All right, Crimson are back on offense here for the start of the second quarter. First time in the second quarter. Cherney working the ball back up to Burgess. Back over to Peterson. Behind the net to Jensen. Over to Varian. Back over to Cherney, up top to Burgess. Here we go. Gonna start the high dodge. Kicks it down to Jensen. Over to Varian. Varian with a shifty little move there. Dodge from X. Nice play. Just missed the net. But Jensen's back to recover, and he's gonna inbound the ball. Kicks it up top to Barthel. Nice feed in the inside and a nice backhand play. Gotta look at the replay there. Looks like Will Burgess. Wow, nice play.
Scoring for the Crimson, number 11.
Little
Scores Crimson.
shifty skill there. Nifty backhand. Puts it past the Breck goaltender, and your Crimson are out to a 5-0 lead. 10 minutes and 21 seconds left in the second quarter. I think the boys are feeling it tonight. It's great to see the teamwork, passing, execution. Everything's rolling for the Crimson. So there's face-off violation now on the Mustangs. So Emerson Knutson, the senior LSM, inbounded over to Jensen. Kicks it back to Ricky Peterson, who's the all-time leading scorer in Maple Grove High School boys lacrosse history. Great to see that achievement happen this year. Moved it up top to Ryan Smith, back over to Jensen, back down to Peterson, over to Varian. Up top to Cherney, here comes Smith. Starts that high dodge. He's got two defenders on him, kicks it out, back down to Peterson. Over to Varian. Back up top now to Jensen. Over to Cherney, ball's down. Nice job, body position there by Cherney to win it back. Scooped up again by Jensen. The Crimson are showing a physical side tonight too that Breck is not prepared to match. Oh, nice play there, but good anticipation by the Breck defender to pick off that pass. Gonna attempt to get it over midfield. Errant pass. Goes wide, picked up by Brady Bodner, but ball is down, scooped up by the Mustangs, who's racing towards the net now. They're gonna take it around back. Oh, nice feed inside and a shot and a goal. So, little busted play there. Mustangs capitalized on the break, and a nice play by Henry Kautzman there to scoop that ball up, take it around the net, find his teammate in front for a point-blank shot there on Carson Knutson. So, first blemish there on the defensive side of things for the Crimson, but unfortunate bounce there for the Mustangs, I must say. Got Kudla getting back into the face-off dot. Another face-off violation.
Face-off violation, Mustangs. Looks like Crimson ball.
Oh, now the refs are going to talk about it. Oh, I think they're going to reverse the call here. Wait for clarification. They're going to redo the face-off. Okay. Here we go. So I guess we're going to redo that one.
Looks like they'll redo the face-off.
All right, Cudlow leans back in. Wins it cleanly. So
clean face-off win.
Nice redo there.
Number 32.
Gets it over to Emerson Knutson. It's it up to Ryan Kasbaum now. Moves it to Blake Cherney. Cherney over to Peterson. Back to Varian. He's going to move it over to Jensen. Up to Burgess. Burgess gets look to dodge there. Kicks it back down to Varian. Quick pass to Peterson. Finds Brady Barthel, who down the alley with a good shot and a nice save there by the Mustangs. So, again, excellent ball movement. Good save there by the Mustangs goaltender, and they're going to clear it here past midfield. So the Crimson will be defending again here with 7 minutes and 37 seconds left. These unsettled fast break situations have been the most difficult ones for the Crimson as Mustangs shoot and score again. So you could just see that developing on defense where we don't have our coverage set. They're not in our defensive zone for more than 10 seconds and they're getting a shot on net. That's how they've scored both their goals. So Crimson have to work to get established on defense. Obviously, Breck's going to see something now on these fast break opportunities where they're going to try to score quickly. They don't want the Crimson to get set up on defense because so far we've been very difficult to score on when we're set up. So another face-off win, though, by Cudlow. He's really showing off tonight in the face-off circle. Excellent work. Jensen back with the ball now. You know, there's an old saying, too, your best defense is a good offense. So maybe if we just have the ball, they're not going to score anyways. So now we have a flag down. Looks like another offsides on the Mustangs, maybe. As they're overloaded now on this side of the field. Peterson with the ball, moves it in tight. A lot of traffic there. The ball's down, but no whistle. Now it's finally scooped up by the Mustangs. Let's see what the call is on the field. And it is another offsides on the Mustangs. So.
30 seconds, offsides.
And looking at the Mustangs roster, they only show 3 seniors, so it is a young team. Maybe some growing pains there on some of these in-game situations that I'm sure the coach is going to work on for them. Crimson on the man up, a shot and a goal. Wow, nice job. Hard shot there by Beck Cherney. Point blank range, gets that one past the Mustangs goaltender. So it's 6-2 now, Crimson.
His second of the game.
Very efficient man up. A few quick passes. Shot and a goal. Some nice work. The Crimson extend the lead again. Cudlow pops the ball forward. Oh, he had it there. He could have scooped it. He's trying to sweep it. It's still live. Now it looks like the Mustangs scooped it up. So great work by Cudlow. He's not given up yet. Boy, it looks like a timeout was called by the Mustangs there for that brief second they had possession. So good job by the coach there, recognizing his player was in duress. Called that timeout knowing that if he didn't, Crimson were going to come up with that ball. So timeout with 6 minutes and 11 seconds left in the second quarter. It's 6-2 Crimson lead in this section quarterfinal game, and likely the last home game of this 2025 boys lacrosse season for your Crimson. Again, it's been a pleasure to bring you the call here for most of these home games, again with my broadcast partner Nate Leeser, who, as I mentioned earlier, is overseas enjoying some well-deserved vacation time. But I'll tell you, I'm overdue for a victory here, so let's keep it rolling tonight, boys. I'd love to see them pile up some score here, build some confidence as we hope to move on to the next round. All right, the Mustangs off the timeout, go on offense. Tough defense there by Nudie. Ball's down. Players are down. Scooped up. And they're going to get Emerson Knutson there with a hold.
Penalty.
Oh, maybe not.
Number 26.
Yep, okay, here comes Emerson trotting
goal.
off. I wasn't sure if it was
30 seconds.
him or Chase Sanuthase. Good defense. Looks like they kind of mutually got tangled up, but Emerson will take a knee for 30 seconds, and Crimson will go man down for the first time tonight. Let's test their man down defense. Breck a man up. Let's see what they got. All right. Gonna move the ball back behind X. Again, Breck is a young team on paper. Not sure how long these kids have been playing at the varsity level. They're giving up some age and experience to the Crimson tonight. There's a shot. Wide, good hustle by the Crimson defense. Almost beat his man to the end line. But the Mustang just got there in time, so they're going to maintain possession. And the penalty had just expired. So even strength goal.
Number 25, Wesley Robbins, his third of the game.
Just as the penalty expired.
Crimson 6.
Just a little bit busted coverage there. They were overloaded on one side. And the defender slid. That left an opening, and the Mustang was able to tuck it low there underneath Carson Knutson to make it 6-3 Crimson. So the Mustangs get one back. Chase Kudla again has been strong in the faceoff circle, wins another one tonight. Tries to move it, and that gets deflected. Ball's down. Okay. Might have called a push there, so Breck will go back on offense. So now we need to stop here, boys. We don't want to give them too much momentum. A quick play by the Mustangs and a shot and a goal. They've definitely picked up on those quick offensive opportunities. Fast break opportunities where Crimson are not set on D. We don't have our personnel out in position. We're not marked up. And they're able to find that seam. Again, another grade A scoring chance. Not much Carson Knutson could do with that one. So, all right. Got to keep it dramatic for everybody watching at home and here at the stadium. But now we need to put a little end to this run here for the Mustangs. So another great face-off win. Scooped up by Emerson Knutson, who moves it back to Bodner. Bodner over to Barry. Barry's going to move it up midfield. Across the 30-yard line now. He's going to get it back to Jensen. I mean, possession from the face-offs has been dominant for the Crimson. Now we need to increase that lead again. Cherney over to Burgess. Back over to Smith. Behind the net to Jensen. Over to Varian. Peterson's drawn a lot of attention at the middle of the field. Directing traffic as the Crimson work it around the perimeter. Jensen's going to start the dodge from X. Moves around the defender. Flag is down and didn't deter him one bit as he shoots and scores. Nice power move by Grant Jensen there. Fighting through the stick check. Great job by Grant Jensen. He's having a heck of a first half here. I believe that's his 4th goal in the game. It's your Crimson lead back to 3 goals, 7-4 with 4 minutes and 4 seconds left in the second quarter. That was a big momentum stop there. We don't need Breck thinking they're in this game after such a great start by the Crimson. So nice job to rebound on offense. Cudlin now back in the face-off dot. Kicks it back, but Mustangs were there to scoop it. Play has evened out a little bit here in the second quarter as they've been trading goals on each side. Got Jack Conrad coming on the field now. Short stick D-Mitty with Ryan Smith. Got Emerson Knutson out there. Charlie Parker's back in the lineup. Great to see. Brady Bodner and Ethan Berry on D. So let's go defense. Nice job by Casbom. Mustangs work it up top. Not much room there as the Crimson defenders are stout on defense. Nice defensive there by the Crimson. Casbom with the ball, looking for a little help. Moves it over to Barry. So another play there by Mustang number 5, Henry Kurtzman. He's a junior attackman for the Mustangs. He definitely seems to be a catalyst for their offense. So hopefully Coach Wilson and the defensive staff are going to make those adjustments as he seems to be involved in all 4 of the Mustangs' goals so far in this game. All right, Crimson back on offense. Looking to add to their lead. Jensen over to Peterson, shoots. Bounces high and wide over the net. Goaltender May got a piece of that one again. Sometimes you wonder how Ricky can even get a shot off with 2 defenders draped all over him, and somehow he still puts a shot on net. Another in-close shot. Nice feed by Jensen into Brady Barthold. Shoots and scores. Nice job by the Crimson. 2 good scoring chances down low, in close to the goal, and Barthel just rifled that one past the Mustang goaltender. Put the Crimson back up by 4 now, 8-4 with 2 minutes and 7 seconds left in the second quarter. Good response by the Crimson after a few quick goals there by the Mustangs this quarter. Made it a little too close for comfort, so they extend the lead back to 4 goals. Codler, who's been dominant in the faceoff dot, wins another one. A faceoff unit, I should say. It's nice work. Emerson Knutson, and that one was scooped up by Dylan Moline. So great job there by the face-off team. Nice job by Dylan Moline to come up with that one again. The possession has been heavily tilted in the Crimson favor, and the score reflects that. Now we hope to add to it here before the end of the second quarter. Burgess up top, over to Kiefer. Slings it over to Peterson. Dodges, pulls it back over to Kiefer. Over to Smith. Down low to Jensen. Jensen over to Varian. Back up to Ricky. Ricky shoots just wide. Crimson are in possession, or in position to maintain possession, so Jensen inbounds the ball. That was a little spin move. Oh, good stick check there by the Mustang. Ball down. Scooped up by number 8 for the Mustangs, who passes it back to their goaltender, so they're going to attempt to clear.
A little less than 1 minute to play in the half.
Oh, Jensen converges on the Mustang player, and the Breck coach did not like what he saw there and quickly called a timeout.
Mustangs.
So good use of their timeout so far on the Mustangs' end, as again, if they didn't call a timeout, it may have led to a Crimson offensive possession. So with 41 seconds left here in the first half, Crimson lead 8-4. Timeout by Breck. They're going to see what they can cook up here to try to get one more here before the end of the first half. The Crimson get the opportunity to get set up on defense and make sure that doesn't happen, and also get the ball back and try to add another one here before this half is over. Yeah, there's been some good substitutions and great additions by all the personnel tonight that the Crimson have put on the field, so it's great to see a lot of these boys getting their first section playoff opportunities, and others that are veterans in the playoffs that are helping usher in the next generation for years to come. So got to keep the momentum going. The spirits seem high in the Crimson huddle. As the kids would say, we got the good vibes going. We just got to keep those good vibes rolling here. Win these next 41 seconds and then come out of this halftime and continue to dominate. Peterson going to pressure the ball carrier for Breck. Having a hard time getting it past midfield. Ball is down. Whistle on the play, it looks like. A little confusion. Okay, looks like it's going to be Breck ball here. Everybody gets set up. Ref blows a whistle, ball's dropped. Jensen's there pressuring. Peterson comes in. Looks like he has it. Oh, ball pops loose. Still for grabs. Picked up by Eli Varian, who's taking it to the house. Oh, good kick save by the Mustangs. Jensen racing to try to maintain possession. Now it looks like Varian got it again. 5 seconds left. Crowd yelling, shoot. Knutson shoots. Just a little high, and that'll do it for the first half of play.
Maple Grove Crimson 8, Breck Mustangs 4.
Nice effort by the Crimson this half. Great team game. And it shows on the scoreboard as they lead 8-4 at the end of the first half. Now's your chance to refill those beverages or take any breaks you need, and we look forward to seeing you here. What's certainly going to be a thrilling second half of play in your Section 5A quarterfinal matchup here at Maple Grove High School Stadium tonight. All right, Lacrosse fans, the teams are, Crimson are back on the field here. A few minutes left, warming up for the start of the second half. The Mustangs are just breaking huddle. So a lot of coaching going on down there on the Breck side. I'm sure they've got a lot of things to talk about. Again, after good first half by the Crimson, really dominated possession, doubled them up on the scoreboard. And other than a few fast break opportunities where the Mustangs capitalized, the Crimson really carried the play on the offensive and defensive side of the field. So hopefully Coach Wilson told them to tighten up a few things. 1 half to go and they can advance to the section semifinal matchup, which those two teams play tomorrow night. But your number 1 overall seeded Wayzata Trojans are the favorite. Crimson would love to have a matchup against the Trojans in the semifinal game. It's proximity rivalry, but Trojans haven't really been on the Crimson schedule much the last 4 years. So two teams that are very close in proximity but don't know a lot about each other. But there's no sense to look ahead yet, and I'm sure that's what Coach Wilson said at halftime is we have to go, boys, if we're going to advance in these playoffs. And the task at hand is winning these next 2 quarters versus our opponent tonight. And then we'll prepare for that section semifinal game. So final huddle's taking place. Refs are back out on the field. And they're blowing the whistle saying, let's get this second half going. Again, Grant Jensen led the way. The offensive surge from the junior tackman. 4 goals in the first half, so great job by Grant there. Again, a lot of offensive facilitators. A lot of touches, great ball movement, and some good shooting by the Crimson. So a lot of positives on offense.
Change in goaltenders for the Crimson. Coming in number 28, Jacob Hamill.
All right, yeah, you heard that, folks. There's a goaltending change for this half. So Jacob Hamill, or Hammer, as the boys call him, is in net for the second half. So face-off violation on the Crimson there. One of the few face-offs won by the Mustangs so far in this game. So the Mustangs have the ball on offense. Crimson with their core defenders out there. Jack Conrad and Ryan Kasbaum, short stick D middies. Emerson Knutson on LSM, and Bodner, Berry, and Parker, long poles. There's going to be a pass that goes wide, so turnover by the Mustangs, so it's going to be Crimson ball. Bodner's going to inbound.
Turnover on the play, Crimson ball.
See if he gives it to Hammer. There he goes, inbounds it to the goaltender. Breck surveys the field there. Charlie Parker moves it up to Emerson Knutson. So nice, efficient clear there by the Crimson again. Been a well-oiled machine tonight. Just a few blips on the fast breaks, but Crimson are back on offense again. This tired Breck defense is at some point going to say enough is enough. We've been working all game. All these guys do is have the ball. And the Crimson are making them work. Again, great ball movement. The Breck defenders don't move their feet and cover their area. Crimson are going to dodge, and that's what Cherney's doing there, setting that up. Back over to Jensen. That one looked like it got away from him there, slipped a little bit. No worries as Eli Varian's back to recover. He's going to inbound the ball. Varian moves around next, shoots. Oh, nice save there by the Breck goaltender, Asher Korndorf, who closed down that short side. Mustangs have it again. Some errant passing. This one's close to going out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds. Ricky Peterson applying the pressure. So Peterson with the ball. Good job by the Crimson there to quickly turn the Mustangs over and go back on offense. Oh, now we have a ball down, but it looks like it's going to stay in place, so no worries. Varian over to Peterson. Peterson dances up top by the 30-yard line. Set over to Cherney, back to Jensen, back to Varian. Over to Barthel. Up top to Peterson. Back to Cherney, sets up for the dodge. Sets him up to the lefty, moves to the right, shoots. Good bounce shot, nice save by the Breck goaltender, but good rebound there by Ryan Smith. Nice play. Cherney spins, kicks it out to Jensen. Up top to Smith. Smith pumps, fake, shoots. Nice save. Ball's down again. Oh, I think they're going to say goaltender interference. He may have been standing in the crease. Certainly looked like the stick was outside the crease, but so Breck will get a free clear here. We're going to start with the ball at midfield. Crimson set up on defense, so nice possession, some good scoring chances. Good defense by the Mustangs. Centering play by the Mustangs, but the ball is down. Bodner did a nice job sticking with that one. Again, you've got players racing for that ground ball. Wow, what an outlet pass there. Ryan Smith has been a wide receiver bringing those in. Oh, quick pass there. Couldn't handled there by Varian. That ricochets out of bounds, so Mustangs will get it back. I think Crimson were a little jacked up there wanting to answer quickly. That one just got away from them. So the Mustangs deep in their territory are going to bring it out. Crimson giving them some space, but covering everybody really well. Now there's a fight for it at midfield at the 45-yard line, pushed out of bounds. Looked like good defense there by the Crimson. Don't tell me another timeout.
Timeout, Mustangs.
Oh my goodness gracious. They got it in time. All right, well, tip of the cap there for the coaching staff of the Mustangs, as the player looked as though he was out of bounds. But he must have been screaming for that timeout because he was awarded it in time before that turnover occurred. So I will say, if there's one positive for the Mustangs, their use of timeouts has been exceptional here so far this game. But that gives the Crimson time to reset too, settle things down a little bit. A lot of back and forth play here to start the third quarter. 8 minutes and 18 seconds left. No change in the scores. It's still 8-4 Crimson. Breck will start on offense here after some back and forth possessions. We're going to be able to set up on defense. Now we have to give the offensive player a 5-yard gap before we can converge, but 3 Crimson players start converging right away. Crimson are not playing back too far. Oh, nice stick check there as the ball's down, picked up by Jensen. Great play by Varian. That was a veteran move by the sophomore attack player. Excuse me, I already got him past his freshman year. He's still got a few weeks to go, so my apologies there, Eli. The freshman attack with a veteran stick check. Knocked that ball loose, so nice play. Jensen was there to recover the ground ball, and the Crimson are back on offense. Content to move the ball around here a little bit. Start this possession. Again, Max Kiefer now with the ball. He's going to start a dodge, kick it back out. Move it over to Burgess. Back to Jensen. Over to Varian. Bounces one there to Bartle. Those are tough ones to pick up. Don't know what the ref is going to say there. He may have played the ball with his hands. I'm not quite sure. Oh, it looks like the Crimson are going to maintain possession there. Not sure why that play was whistled down, but no harm, no foul there for the Crimson. So Brady starts the dodge up top, spins, switches hands, takes the lefty shot. Nice save by the Mustangs. Now it looks like a loose ball was maybe swept in by Eli Varian. Little hockey slap shot action there. You've seen the backhander. Now we got the little weep. Great heads-up play. He's been spot on, putting himself in the right positions at the right time. Come up with loose balls or those rebounds. Multiple occasions tonight. So nice putback there by Varian. Puts the Crimson up by 5, 9-4 with 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Tough face-off battle there. Won by Breck this time. Ball was floated in the air. I think Emerson Knutson got a piece of that one, so the ball's down. Again, the Crimson are being physical tonight. Good body position. Able to out-muscle the Mustangs on many plays. That's a nice scoop there by Charlie Parker. Motors down the field. Moves it to Varian, over to Jensen. He's alone in front, but a good recovery by the Mustang player to change the deflection on that shot.
Penalty on the Mustangs, number 23 through Artemuth. 1 minute slash.
So you heard the call by the referee there, slashing on the Mustangs. Theo Addermuke from Mustangs will take a knee. Crimson go man up. Cherney over to Varian. Top to Jensen. Emerson Knutson with the short stick on offense. We saw this earlier this season. Works it down low and a quick shot. The outside of the net. Those are always difficult to judge here from the booth. Players look like they thought that went in too, but nice pass there by the Breck goaltender. He's under pressure. Mustangs look like they're back to even strength. Again, this unsettled play is what's been tough for the Crimson. Again, another scoring opportunity for the Mustangs, but shot goes wide. Breck inbounds it. You can tell the Crimson aren't settled yet. Not marked up. Got to get settled on defense. Okay. Breck's going to slow it down. That might actually help the Crimson here as we... Look like they were looking at who we can match up against. Now it looks like we've got everything in place on defense. Mustangs aren't worried about picking up pace of play yet as they're taking their time on this possession. We're going to work the ball back down low. Going to walk it back into the corner now, maybe setting up for a dodge from X. Here he goes. Comes around, kicks it back up top. Good defense by the Crimson. Ball's down for a second there, scooped up quickly again. Nice recovery by the Mustangs. This has been their offensive catalyst here. Number 5, Henry Kurtzman. Shifty player. Works it in low, but good defense by the Crimson. It's Perry with a full head of steam, scoops it up. The ball is down, but he's able to scoop it to himself. He's got the Mustang players all over him, but he's still fighting for it, scoops it up again. So great individual effort by senior defender Ethan Berry. Again.
Timeout, Crimson.
Coach Wilson says, touche. Excellent timeout there by Coach Wilson as Berry had that from the 20 all the way down past the goal line extended. Fought off multiple Breck defenders and a bouncing lacrosse ball. But a great job by the senior defenseman there to muscle his way into Breck territory. So yeah, back and forth start to this third quarter. Only one goal so far in the second half, and that was by the Crimson. But the clock starts to come into play here as we get down into 4 minutes and 3 seconds left in the third quarter. A good chance for the defense to get a little breather there on that timeout, and now the offense to come up with a strategy here for when we inbound the ball. Looks like Peterson, Varian, Burgess, Barthel, Jensen, and Blake Cherney. Oh, no, Ryan Smith's coming in there for Brady at this moment. Gonna be your Offensive players here to start the possession. Should give a little shout out to some alumni I've seen milling around here tonight. Now I think just about all the players are back from college. Nice to see some of them come out to tonight's game. I know many wanted to make the games last week, but several couldn't for various reasons. So it's great to see them come out and support their squad. Many of the players tonight are spin, shoots, and scores. Again, you can see these plays developing from the booth. Ricky comes up the top of the arc.
His first of the game, and the Crimson have 10.
Turns and shoots, and before the goaltender knows what's going on, the ball is in the back of the net. So how many times over the last 4 years have we seen that play, and they just cannot stop it? So excellent job there by the Crimson, extending the lead. The largest lead of the night now at 6 goals, 10-4 Crimson. 3 minutes and 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Way to go, Ricky, adding to those school record score totals. Again, great defense or face-off work there, by the face-off team. Kasbaum, Kudla, and Knutson on that one. They've been practicing, I think. That's been some excellent teamwork. So these are where you can really demoralize the opposing team if you continue to have possession. We're going to work it around on offense, making them constantly defend. And if we score a goal, that's even better. So here we go. Cherney works it back over to Varian, over to Jensen. Moves it around to Peterson. Up to Barlow, over to Cherney. Cherney dodges, good stick check. Breck defender kicks it to himself, nice play there. He tried to work it past midfield, but a good ride by the Crimson. Oh, nice check there by Barthel. Scooped up by Jensen. He's gonna pull it back there, he didn't have the numbers. Nice play there by Jensen. Now over to Kiefer. They're going to slow it down. So, excellent job on determination on the Crimson. They're battling. They're not giving up on the play. If there's a turnover, they're right back in it, causing another turnover and recovering it. So, excellent work tonight. You can tell they're geared up for the playoffs as they really come out tonight on all levels. All phases of the game. So here back on offense, a nice little give and go there. Just couldn't be hauled in by Peterson, but I love that play. Little pick and roll, give and go. Now Ricky causes a deflected pass. Ball's down, but Mustangs scoop it up. Swarmed by the Crimson ride, but again, ball down. Now it's picked up again. Oh, long pass picked off by Bodner, and shoot, deflects off Kiefer's cross. Ball is down, scooped up again. Oh, push on the Crimson. So back and forth play. And again, they're just relentless tonight. I love to see that mentality. There's a Breck player trying to bull dodge through 3 Crimson. That didn't work. Now they're going to kick it back to, again, their offensive catalyst for the Mustangs, number 5. Breck's got the ball up top. Crimson are content to keep them outside with approaching 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Breck's going to start the dodge from the corner. Shots fired wide, out of bounds, but Kurtzman is there for the Mustangs to maintain possession, so 23 seconds left in the quarter. Breck inbounds the ball. He had a cutter there, but couldn't convert. Ball's kicked out of bounds. Mustangs are there. Looked like it went off a Mustang, but maybe not. So Breck again with 12 seconds left. Trying to dodge from X. Good strong defense there by Charlie Parker. Forces him wide. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of the third quarter, so a great defensive stand. Now a Breck player loses his helmet. Jumps up on the play.
Mustangs 4.
Looked a little fired up there, but there's no flags on the field. So that will conclude the third quarter. The Crimson extend their lead to 6 goals, 10-4, shutting out the Mustangs in that quarter. Excuse me. Back and forth action, but no goals given up by the Crimson. So the ref gave some instructions to the scoring table. The Breck coach doesn't look too happy. Again, didn't see any flags down, but there were some motions there of if it's not a penalty, maybe they're going to award possession of the Crimson, or looks like we might face it off anyways. Like Jack Conrad is coming in. Now, is it going to be a free clear, or is Crimson going to... No, they're not setting up to face off, so... Whatever transpired there at the end of the third quarter, it looks like... Now Breck's getting the ball. Oh, boy. Okay. Breck's going to start with the ball here. Start the fourth quarter. Wow, confusion. Runs rampant here, but now we got things settled down. Wild shot there, goes wide by the Mustangs. Charlie Parker did take a knee. I never saw a flag. I'm not sure what the call was. I know that a player's helmet came off for the Mustangs. I don't know if that was inadvertent or through any contact by the Crimson player. Maybe that's what the Mustangs coach was upset about, but Breck on the man up. Nice job there by Ryan Kasbaum to close that gap.
Jacob Hamill.
Wesley Robbins was coming around X there. He's tried to pull that dodge off a few times tonight, but Kasbaum shut the door. There's a step down shot, but a nice save by Hammer. He's able to snare that one out of midair. Move the ball over to Eastonberry. Gets it to his brother, Ethan. He's gonna take it past midfield and get a touch. So good job for the Crimson. It looks like Charlie Parker is up from the penalty area and the Crimson are full strength. So Crimson back on offense. Nice job on that man down defense. Oh, there's ones that slips out of the cross. Aggressive check there, push by the Mustangs. So Tommy Jost there. Gonna start the ball. Great to see a few new substitutions on the field for the offense. Eli Varian dodges back and forth and X, kicks it over to Peterson. Drive, shoots, and scores.
Ricky
Ricky Peterson with that deceptive release. As you watch him come across the top of the arc, he really doesn't have the stick cocked back for a big windup. He just looks like he's just cradling it, and the next thing you know, he's firing a shot in the far lower corner with enough velocity to beat these goaltenders night in and night out. So it's no surprise why he is the team's all-time leading scorer with offensive toolkit like that. Now Kudla on another face-off win. He was sprinting halfway down the field with the ball, but they called the whistle and gave it to us anyways. So great job by Chase tonight. What an exceptional performance in the full goal position. That's a very demanding job. Got one thing only, win those face-offs. And he's done that tonight. So now we're switching up personnel. We're getting some new offensive players up there. Max Kiefer and Beck Cherney getting in the play. We got Brady Barthel, Ricky Peterson, Eli Varian, and Grant Jensen on offense. Or no, Jensen might be getting a breather there. I think yep, Jensen's on the sidelines. Well-deserved rest so far. Getting some new attack players out there, which is great. Barthel shaking and baking between three defenders, still maintains possession. I don't know how he's able to fight through that crowd. Now a flag is down.
Penalty on the Mustangs. Number 16, Alex Grant, 30-second push.
Nice job by Brady. Didn't give up on the play. Fought through multiple defenders. Maintained possession. Now Crimson go back on the man up, leading 11-4 here with 9 minutes and 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Get our man up personnel out there, which is Jensen, Knutson. Jensen steps down on that one and rifles a shot up top past the Mustang goaltender. Fifth goal tonight for Grant Jensen. He's gonna love playing the Mustangs, apparently. Gonna have to interview him about that one, but he's feeling it, as they would say. So great job there. When you got the hot hand, just keep feeding him the ball. And that's the depth and talent that the Crimson have. Any night in and night out, we've got the players that can step up and shoulder a big part of the load, and Jensen is doing that in spectacular fashion tonight. So now if you're the Mustangs, you're facing the largest deficit of the game, down by 8 with 8 minutes and 56 seconds left. This is the exact position the Crimson wanted to be in here as we host this home quarterfinal playoff matchup. Really kind of cementing an exclamation point here through 1.5 quarters of this second half. Has been dominant. So great halftime adjustments. Great compete level tonight. The kids have battled, competed, they've won possession battle, they've fought for the ground balls. They've done a great job sticking with the play. Now we just gotta, oh, they put some time back on the clock, so 30 seconds or so added back onto the game clock. Setting up for another face-off. We got Bodner on the wing now. Kudla leans into the face-off dot. Again, won it. Ball pops out, scooped up by Kudla. Nice job. Another face-off win. Chase gives it to another Chase, Sanuthase. Moves it over to Blake Cherney. So nice job again. Great team game for the boys tonight. Crimson back on offense. I mean, just a dominant performance in the face-off team tonight by the Crimson. Burgess starts the dodge up top. Shoots. Oh, nice lower shot, but a good save there by the Mustang goaltender. Another shot that was going in. Oh, nice swim move there. And a flag is down. Looks like the stick got up a little high on the Breck offensive player. He's going to stay in the game, so that's good to see. Brady Bodner will take a knee. Looks like a hold.
Penalty on the Crimson. Number 43, Brady Bodner. For a hold. 30 seconds.
All right, so Breck will go man up. I think you'd see a little sense of urgency now with down by 8 with a little over 8 minutes to go, but a nice job by Emerson Knutson again. Gets that stick in the passing lanes. Oh, now he moved it over to, I think that's Eastonberry. Yep. Good job by Breck there. Forced a turnover. So they're back on offense here and man up. Move the ball inside. Quick turn and shoot. Just wide. But certainly now the clock becomes the ally of the Crimson as time is going to be running out for the Mustangs. Still content to kind of work it out around the perimeter. Probably having a hard time finding any areas of weakness in this Crimson defense. We're going to start a high dodge. Back down to X. Oh, nice play again. Number 5, Henry Kurtzman.
Number 25, Wesley Robbins.
Able to find somebody in tight there. He's been the offensive catalyst for the Mustangs. Great feed in tight for the shot and goal. So their first goal of the second half comes at the 7-minute and 20-second mark of the fourth quarter. So great defensive effort so far for the Crimson in the second half. But the Breck Mustangs do get one goal here. Still trailing by 7. So again, another face-off win by the Crimson. Just what a performance tonight for the boys. Tommy Jost has it. They're going to get set up. No rush here. Again, the clock's ticking away. We don't need any more goals to win. We're going to work it up top. Cherney over to Kiefer. Kiefer back down to Jost over to Varian. Over to Peterson. Up top to Barthel. Makes a move, shoots, a nice save. Boy, Crimson shot's been hitting the net again. Who's there for the rebound? But Eli Varian in traffic. Or no, Tommy Jost, excuse me. Tommy Jost. Heads up play there to scoop that up. So it's going to be Crimson ball.
Mustangs. Number 6, Nick Downing. 1 minute.
All right, so Crimson man up here. 6 minutes left, fourth quarter. Up by 7. This can really put the game away. Good ball movement. Oh, nice shot by Barthel. Nice save. Flicks the ball up in the air. The Breck defender. Ball is down. Scooped up by Breck. Now it's going to be thrown away. Are they going to get there? He dives for it, but the ball goes out of bounds. So, whew. Give him an A for effort there, but Crimson back on the man up. I love that reverse rotation man up play. Defenses really have a hard time marking up. When you find that opening, you got a grade A scoring chance. So just happened to be a great save on that particular possession. But Crimson are back at it here. Peterson takes a quick shot. Didn't miss by much there. Just over the crossbar. Heads up play by Varian to make sure he was closest to the end line, because sometimes when nobody's expecting it, that means you're not set up to retrieve it. But they were ready to win the race to the end line there. So now it looks like the penalty expired. Breck is back to full strength. Another shot just goes wide by Brady Barthel. Didn't miss by much, so a few times the Crimson haven't hit the net tonight. It hasn't been by far. Ooh, there's a pass that goes over the head of Barthel. Slides to try to keep it in bounds. Again, a nice effort, just couldn't get there in time. It has been raining today, the field's wet. I'm sure the ball's a little slick. It's kind of remarkable. Teams have executed passing and catching as well as they have tonight, but another ball down. Great defense by Peterson. It's going to cause another turnover. How a quick whistle. Peterson takes off. Emerson Knutson back on offense, and he's going to throw it over the head, but Tommy Jost is there to back him up, so good job by the Crimson. Oh. Not quite sure what the call was on that one. Failure to advance, I believe. So Breck with the ball. Again, tries to go through two Crimson defenders. The ball's loose. Oh, they're going to call Peterson with the push. Ricky Peterson, Tommy Jost were there. But Breck's going to get the ball. Again, 4 minutes, 18 seconds left. They are running out of time. You're going to have to really find some quick scoring opportunities, but that's if they can get past our defense. And short stick D-midi Emerson Knutson there with the tough defense. Relentless pressure. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Must have been last touch by Emerson. Breck starts with it again, and I don't know if these Breck offensive players didn't get the memo, but they're trying to go through two Crimson defenders, and so far that's been unsuccessful, to say the least. But they're getting some whistles here to maintain possession. So we'll start with it again. 3 minutes and 52 seconds left. Breck trailing by 7, passing the ball around up top, trying to find any weakness in the Crimson defense, but they are not finding it. They're going to try to dodge up top. Again, great defense by the Crimson. We've got Eastonberry down low. There's a roll dodge. Shot goes wide. Flags fly. I think we're going to get Barry on that one. Looks like a holding there. He might have got wrapped up a little bit on that roll dodge there by the Breck offensive player.
Number Eastonberry. 1 minute hold.
So the Crimson go man down again, but it's getting into that territory of a little too late for the Mustangs, as they're going to need a miracle here to get 7 goals in 3 minutes. And they've only been able to manufacture one this whole half, so some good ball movement. Shot goes just a bit outside. But Henry Kurtzman there is back to recover for the Mustangs. I think Crimson defender got a stick on that one to change the trajectory. So Breck inbounds the ball again. aren't able to find much for scoring. There's another shot, low to high, that misses its mark. Yeah, the best Breck scoring chances have been on those unsettled fast breaks, but now penalty expires and the Crimson are back on full strength. Dylan Moline gets in on defense. I think Breck at this point is just doesn't have an answer for the Crimson defense. A quick shot, but a great save by Hammer. Moves it over to Ethan Berry, who finds the open player. Blake Cherney moves it in close to Ricky Peterson, who shoots and scores. Great heads-up ball movement there by the Crimson offense. Efficient, clear. Turns into a great scoring opportunity converted by, guess who? Number 20, Ricky Peterson. So if that isn't the exclamation point on tonight's victory, it's one of many, because the Crimson again hold a commanding 13-5 lead here with 2 minutes and 17 seconds left in the game. Pretty much a dominating performance across the board at all phases of the game by the Crimson. It's nice to see a few substitutions and players getting the section playoff opportunities. They can say they've been playing and participated in a high school playoff game. It's going to be valuable experience not only as we advance to the semifinal round, but as a lot of these players return for next season, they're going to have that playoff experience for 2026. So Crimson scoop it up there. It's all about a formality at this point, as even Breck is content to play off the ball, and Crimson slow it up here. Kiefer with it. Gonna roll it over to Brady Barthel. He's gonna move it over to Beck Cherney. Beck's gonna drive, kick it back over to Tommy Jost. Back over to Eli Varian. Over to Ricky Peterson, who slips but gets back up, shoots it just wide.
1 minute left in the fourth quarter. 1 minute.
1 minute left here in tonight's contest. Crimson are just gonna take it up top. Oh. Brady shoots, that one gets knocked down. Oh, no, excuse me there, saved by the Breck goaltender. .30 seconds left in the game. Nice job by Eastonberry. Moves it over to Ricky Peterson. He senses the fast break. Over to Tommy Jost. Oh, nice play there. Tried to take that one down low, but good save there by the Breck goaltender. So 10 seconds left. I think they're going to hold it here and let that clock run out. So great job by the Crimson tonight. They're going to advance to the section semifinal game.
Crimson 13.
Opponent and date to be determined, but a dominant 13-5 victory tonight by the Crimson. Likely the last home game of the 2025 season, and that's a way to go out with a resounding victory.
Ricky Peterson with 3 for the Mustangs. Number 25,
Great
Wesley Robbins with 5 goals.
Distribution on offense, excellent teamwork on defense, and exceptional performance by the face-off unit, and in particular Fogo Chase Cudless. So players are going to line up shake hands. It's been a great 2025 season. I know it hasn't maybe met some of the preseason expectations, but guess what? The Crimson advance to the section semifinals. You get to play another round. As the saying goes, it ain't over till it's over. So hopefully the boys can keep this momentum rolling through the playoffs. They're going to have a likely tough opponent on the road at the next round, but you don't know until you play the game. So we'll see exactly how this script and season comes to an end for the Crimson. But as we've seen many times in the past, the regular season is only one act, and the second act, the postseason, has yet to be determined. So signing off for the last time, likely this year. Again, it's been a pleasure to bring these games to you in the comfort of your home or wherever you may be tuning in. And again, your Crimson victorious tonight, 13-5 over the visiting Breck Mustangs. Section quarterfinal playoff victory and advance to the section semifinal game later this week. Thanks, everybody. See you next year.